Hey guys, so I'm sure at some point in the past you've been working on learning a song and there was just some part of it you just could not figure out. Maybe there was some complicated drum part, maybe the drums were mixed a little bit low relative to the other instruments. You just couldn't quite figure out when the drummer was switching between toms. Well, today I'm going to teach you this cool little trick using a free tool whereby you can effectively remove all the other instruments from the mix and hear just the drums. Okay, so as mentioned, we are going to be using a free tool for today's little trick. So what you're going to want to do is on your browser, jump over to Moises.ai, Moises.ai. This is a free track separation tool. What you're going to want to do is once you get here, just create yourself an account. I already have one, so I'm just going to log in. This actually gets used a lot by guys who make covers on YouTube. They actually usually use this for the purpose of removing drums from their track. So they're going to record drums and put that on YouTube, right? They don't want their drums and the original drums in there. They want to remove the original drums. So that's what this is usually used for. But for us, we're actually interested in maybe doing the opposite, right? We want to hear just the drums or have the drums be prominent in the mix. Okay, let's get started. I am going to be using a Porcupine Tree song as our little demo. The song is called The Sound of Music. As you can see, I've already uploaded it from before, but let me just quickly show you the flow. From library, you can do upload track separation. And what you will do is you would drop this in, and I'll come back to that little message that I showed in a second. So you just drop your track in, you do next. You have a few different options. You can see some of these are locked. What we're doing is actually we're using the free version of this tool. There's a paid version, but everything we need to do today is available on the free version, so you don't have to take out your credit card for this one. What we're going to do is we're going to stick with this top one up here, this vocal, drum, bass, and other separation. And then you click upload. It's going to upload your file. Then it's going to take it a couple of minutes to actually do the processing on the track separation. The little warning it had from before was another free trial version limitation, was just letting me know about. We'll go over all those limitations after. So back in my library where I have all the things that I've uploaded from before, I'm going to just click on this guy, The Sound of Music. And you can see it kind of gives you this fancy little track view of it. So once this comes up, you can see, well, at least it looks like it's separated things out, right, by instrument. You can then just do download all, and you'll get a zip file with all of the files in it, like this. So back in your DAW, you can then just load everything in. I actually already have the original song up in here, so we're going to do a little bit of a comparison. I'm going to take these and I'm going to drop them in, and it's going to take my DAW a minute to load everything in. And then we're going to listen to how the original sounds versus the individual separated tracks. Okay, so it has finished loading. Let's just take a quick look at what we've got here. So again, I've got 4 audio tracks, plus it has a little kind of demo metronome or click. You can see the metronome actually does not run all the way through. It's just given to you for the beginning part of the song here. If I set up a little loop right up in here, we can demo how the original track sounds versus the individual pieces. Now, what are the individual pieces? Well, I've got a bass track, a drum track, a other track, and vocals. So let's just listen through and see how they all compare against the original one. One of the wonders of the world is going down. One of the wonders of the world is going down. It's going down. One of
wonders of the world is going down. It's going down.
So it sounds pretty good to me, right? This is the separated tracks summed back together
One of the wonders of the world is
versus the original.
one of the wonders of the world is going.
Now you'll notice that there are some artifacts, some weird things going on. Listen in depth to the drums just for a second. There's some like wishy-washy thing going on in there. It sounds like a lot of like the ambience, like the natural reverberation is just seems to be missing. Maybe some of the high-end stuff is missing. There's just kind of the nature of the beast. I'm actually surprised they're able to get it this good. So yeah, there are some weird things that happen as part of that. When you're doing your covers, you don't notice it as much because you sum. All the other tracks have some weird things going on too, but when you sum the other tracks back together, it puts some of that cohesion back in. So this is without the drums.
One of the wonders of the world is going down. It's going down.
So there's still some weird stuff going on in there. When you put your real drum, your recorded drums in, it would cover it up a little bit more. If you really wanted to, you could feather in some of the original drums.
One of the wonders of the world is going down.
And if you feather in the original drums, it'll take care of that weirdness as well. But that is not what we care about today, right? Today we care about just listening to the drums. And as you can tell, it should be super beneficial to you because if there's drum fills, little weird things going on, right? It's super easy, it's super clear to know what's going on once you're hearing just the drums. So this is great. This can make your life significantly more easy. And obviously it's a little hard to follow when you're hearing only the drums, right? So this is very useful when you're like, I need to go in and dissect these little parts. But what if you're trying to learn the whole thing? You want the drums just more prominent, right? You could do a dim solo setting like this, or you could just, if you don't know how to set that up or your DAW doesn't have it, you could just bring the faders of all the other tracks down. And once you do that, the drums will just be prominent in the mix. So let me mute the original and dim solo the drums, and we can hear how that sounds. So now you can follow along with what's going on, right? If you're in the chorus or the verse because you can hear the other instruments. But the drums are very much in your face, and you can more easily learn what's going on quickly, right? That's the whole point of this. Is you're gonna learn the song, you want to be able to learn it as fast as you can, and if you're trying to copy the original drummer, to do it as accurately as you can. So that's about it. Now, as I mentioned, we were using the free version of Moises. There are some limitations, as I noted. The tool is actually super powerful, and there's all this crazy stuff it can do. Like, it can change the key of the song if you're, like pitch shifting. It can change the timing of the song. I think most of that stuff is locked out of the free version. For the limitations that you're going to be facing, if you're just sticking with the free, you should note that there's only so many songs you can upload per month. I believe it's 5 songs per month that you can do. For me, I've never even come close to that limitation because I'm only maybe doing 1 cover a month. Another limitation, and this is an important one, is track length or song length. There is a limit of only 5 minutes. So if the song is longer than 5 minutes and you try to upload it, they will cut it off at the 5-minute mark and you can't get the rest of the song. But there is a workaround, and that is you just go into your DAW and you go into, like, say, the middle of the song, and you just split it. I did this not too long ago for I did Ticks and Leeches by Tool, and that song is, I don't know if it's like 8 minutes or something. So in the middle there's a big breakdown. It gets kind of quiet. I loaded the song on my DAW, I split it, and I exported the first half of the song and the second half of the song as 2 separate songs. And then I uploaded them separately to the Moises site, had them do the track separation, loaded everything back in, assembled it together. And it ended up working out perfectly for me. Now, of course, this is going to eat towards that number of uploads limit you have. Again, it's 5 minutes limit per track and 5 tracks per month limit. So now if you're splitting a song, because it's maybe 10 minutes long, into 2, you're kind of burning through your monthly limit twice as quickly. Again, it's not a problem I've ever run into because I'm not doing drum covers that frequently, right? I'm only maybe doing 1 a month. But if you're burning through these things like once a week, then you might want to think about upgrading to the paid version. So I hope you guys found that useful. I hope it makes it just a little bit easier for you to learn covers on your own in the future. I do have other lesson videos, of course, coming out down the road. More videos on gear review, like cymbals and sticks, and recording tips. So if you don't want to miss out on all that stuff, then don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, peace.